Jim Kozimor is a beloved legend of Sacramento broadcasting.
Beloved?
Beloved. If you ever
That was the punchline.
beloved, like the delay. Or if you ever get pissed at me for my lack of talent and why do I have a show, Coz is one of the primary reasons why that is the case, so blame him. He's all over the Bay Area. You watch him almost each and every day during King season as well, pre-half and post. And as I said before, he is the Swiss Army knife of broadcasters. Put him in baseball, put him in hockey, put him in basketball. It doesn't matter. Coz is going to have fun with it and be awesome. He joins us right now. Curling. Oh, badminton. Hey, Coz, how are you?
Doing well. I prefer to use the term five-tool as opposed to Swiss Army knife. Swiss Army knife has the kind of the connotation that, well, he kind of is there and he can kind of do it. Would you rather have, this is just a question, would you rather have Willie Mays on your team?
Yeah.
Or would you rather have, a Punch and Judy guy who can play all nine positions?
Well,
so I'm going Willie Mays.
And listen, Willie Mays is maybe the greatest to ever play baseball. So this is no disrespect to Mr. Mays, who and anyone who watches sports is a living is a legend. But
he is.
But I don't know how. See, this is the difference. I would put you on a different pedestal. Here's why: because I don't know how Willie would do in different sports. You can excel at the highest level at basketball. Then switch you over to Giants or Rays. You're amazing. You are literally a multi-sport Olympic broadcaster, two different sports.
Yes.
And
summer, not many winter summers, buddy.
Hello. and then you also sing a mean Neil Diamond on Coz karaoke.
Oh, we got to do that one morning. It's very nice of you to say. Very nice of you to say. What do we got going on in the 916 today? What's everyone? Did someone get stung by a bee?
Okay,
that's my understanding of the show.
Well, we were going to ask you a couple. We had a couple things out of the gate. The Giants game, as you know, was delayed yesterday in Cincinnati because of bees.
My God.
And I was thinking, I don't know. And again, take man-made stuff out of the equation. Horrible stuff. I'm talking about natural things. I don't know that there would be a snake delay, a spider delay. Is there a worse delay than a bee delay?
Bee delay is pretty bad. Did you know that those bees were, and I did not even know this, that they were stingerless bees?
What?
They did not have stingers. So the two guys who were in attendance who came over and were working through the bees, they're actually the type of bees, and I don't know if it's unique to the Ohio-Kentucky region or not, but they don't have stingers. So they were able to wade through the bees. They didn't have to wear the beekeeper uniform, and they were able to find the queen, move the queen, and then they were able to move the hive. How crazy is that? There's a lesson for you guys.
Well, that's a whole different ball game, literally. I didn't know. That's like, what is that, like an armless Mike Tyson? Like, what, the stingless bees? They're just bugs at that point.
Exactly, but you don't know it because they have that hard, external shell that makes you think that they're going to come out and go for damage. But I was working the Giants game yesterday, and here's another tidbit for you on baseball. I've worked 4 baseball games this year.
Yeah.
The first one was the Giants' 18-inning game. The next one was the A's. I think it was an 11-inning loss in Toronto. Then I worked Sunday's 13-inning loss that they had in Pittsburgh. And then yesterday I had the bee delay game. Every game I have done has gone longer than the typical 9-inning game, so they may never schedule me on baseball again. I'll just let you know that. I can't get anyone to work with me anymore.
Well, since we're trading facts, I'll throw one back at you. This is old hat, Coz. Now I'll take you back to a beautiful afternoon, April 17th, 1976. The Giants were in Cincinnati at the old Riverfront Stadium where Kevin Mitchell made the behind-the-back catch in the foul territory thing. And
wow. Oh, yeah, that's a great play. That's a great memory. I like that.
So here's what happened. The game was held up for 35 minutes when bees invaded the visiting dugout. Because this is the second bee delay the Giants have experienced in Cincinnati, and in Cincinnati had one against the Phillies in '87. It was delayed, and Ted Power, the Red starter, got stung on his hand.
Oh man, that's not good, man. It was on his pitching hand. That's not good. That's not going to get you through that's not going to get you through 9 innings or in today's game are not going to get you through the 5 innings that pitchers need to go.
Hey, what the heck is going on in Ohio? Because wasn't it like 2007, that Indians-Yankees playoff series with Jabba Chamberlain that got delayed because of the bugs on the field?
Yep.
That was in Cleveland.
Yep.
Man, about
you're
the
state
right.
of Ohio.
Wow.
I agree. Do not go there, people. I'm telling you, it's a scary place. The invasion of the insects.
That's why LeBron left.
There you go.
Hey,
you know what? He screwed up the Cavs. Now he's screwing up the Lakers. That's fine with me.
it's not going to happen in Michigan, is that, Coz? No bees.
No, Michigan, your Illinois, your heart of your Midwestern states. Not like come on, Ohio, please. I don't even count them.
All right. So, second question we had for you, and then we'll get into real things. We were talking about we have a little segment called 3 for Madness at 7:15. It's where we put all our hangers on topics we can't spend a full segment on. One of the questions was the XFL inks a deal with Fox and Disney. Should we take the XFL seriously? Because I say no, I can't buy it. I don't think it's going to work. But you are smarter than I. Do you think we take them seriously?
I don't know if it's a matter of smarter or not. It's just a matter of what you want or what you like. I like the idea of this league working, and I like the fact that they've had the shell of the AAF start and fail. This gives them a great template to see what worked, what didn't work, take what did, and try to build on that. I actually think you have to take it seriously because Disney and Fox have become involved, because Disney and Fox both know a lot of their business model on the sports side has to do with the National Football League.
Right.
If the National Football League is okay with those two entities getting in bed with the XFL, maybe this time around, and we are tainted by what happened the last time, right?
Yes.
With The Rock out there and Vince McMahon, this is the XFL, all that business. I don't think that's going to be the version of the league this time around, and Oliver Luck is a tremendous sports business leader, so I think this league has a much better chance, but the TV deal is certainly something that's worth keeping an eye on. The fact that it's not on the WB, it's not going to be just on the WWE TV. They've got legitimate TV packages, and that's a big step in going in the right direction. And I don't know if the XFL might be working with the NFL, trying to figure out if there's a way to make this work. And if that's the case, where silently they're doing it, this could be a big deal.
Well, here we go. Maybe we could break some news here. I don't know, but I'm always, ever since you were in Philadelphia and Golden State, I've followed your career very much. There are 8 franchises that have been announced so far, and I see an LA, I see a Seattle, maybe even a Dallas. If they came a calling, right, would you be an XFL play-by-play voice?
Oh, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I mean, if you look at Matt Vasgersian, Matt Vasgersian did the original XFL. And if you think if anyone was going to get tainted by a league like the XFL at the time, it would be the announcers. Other than Jim, I think Jim Ross was doing it, did the other package. But Vasgersian did a great job. The league was somewhat farcical, and in the end, it only lasted 1 year. It didn't hurt his career. I would do that in a heartbeat. I just think, I think work is. Hey, you know what? Here's a hot inside bit of information. I love sports. So if you get a phone call and you get a chance to do a game, why not do it? Go have fun with it. And I know a lot of people who get angry, like, I can't watch soccer. That's stupid. I don't have time to get angry over sports, everybody. I just don't have time to get all messed up, like, I can't watch women's basketball. That's awful. You know what? Just relax. Life is too short. Why get angry? So I hope it works. It's more, you know what it is? It's more jobs for more people. That's the way I look at it.
That's Jim Kozimor. More jobs for more people right there. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Yep, exactly. That's my platform. More jobs for more people.
If you had, I keep saying I'm going to move on, but I love talking to you about you. If you were, because you've done so many different awesome jobs, but you have your pick for the next 15 years. Don't take, I know you have a family, location out the window. What would be your dream job, your dream sports job?
The sad part is I have a personality type, Dave, that I yearn to do what I'm not doing. So I could have a really great job, but I know that there's going to come a time when I'm going to look over the fence. It's not the best personality type. So when I'm in the middle of I love doing the job I have right now for NBC, and when I'm doing Kings games, it's a lot of fun.
Sure.
But by February, I start to look over the fence and say, well, I sure wish I was doing that. So that's just my personality type. I think a dream job for me would be one where I'm able to do as many different things as I possibly could. I know it's almost a cop-out answer. I wish I could say, yeah, if I did the Cubs for the rest of my life, that would be fantastic.
Right.
You know what? I grew up loving that team. It's one of my favorite teams of all time. But I know at one point my personality would do me in, and I'd have to start looking over the fence to see where the grass is greener. So I think there was a time when I had a dream job. I think now I just like to work. The wick's running short, Dave. It might be over soon. You never know. So I'm happy just to do what I'm doing.
I just want to say for the record that I think I also heard you once say that same phrase about 20 years ago at Outback Steakhouse. So that's not a new thought for you.
Probably, yeah, exactly. That's kind of who I am. I am who I am, right? We always go back to the mean. Is that regress to the mean? Is that what it is? That's what I always do, and that's what I like. That, you know what? You mentioned Outback Steakhouse. We all used to get together and go to dinner once every short while. But that's what I like about the business, is the people involved in the business, and that's what I like to do. So that's a lot of fun. All right, what else do we got on your platter?
Let's see. You got your the Warriors there with the Rockets. We've been talking a lot about that. Coz, I have been around long enough. You've been around slightly, just barely longer than I. I've got two young whippersnappers on the show with me. Imagine that. I'm the elder statesman now. I don't buy into dynastic teams losing until they've lost that game 7. So for me, I appreciate the Rockets. I get what they're doing. They're a very good team. I have a hard time buying into the fact that, are the Warriors in trouble? I don't think the Warriors are in trouble. Am I being naive?
I think, well, I'll tell you this. In the Bay Area, there is the old David Bowie song, Panic in Detroit.
Sure.
There's panic in the Bay Area. And they are starting to feel like that the champions aren't getting their just due. The officials aren't. Hey, you ever hear this argument before? The officials aren't respecting us the way they should.
Not in Sacramento.
That's what they're getting here. No, exactly right. We've never heard that in the 916.
No.
So here they are, champions in 3 of the last 4 years, and they're starting to believe they're not getting the respect they deserve. So everyone is guilty of that on some layers. The Rockets certainly gummed the game up. They physicaled everything up. They do have, right now they got the Warriors on their heels, but the Warriors are coming back home, and they know that that's going to give them a big bump. But I'll be honest with you, after game 1 of the series, I called a sweep for the Warriors. I'd seen this Rockets team before. I'd seen them fold. I'd seen James Harden come up small in big moments. And I really believed it was going to be a sweep. I believed it more after game 2. Going to the overtime, I thought, even in the overtime, I never thought the Warriors were going to lose. And here they are sitting at 2-2. So it's an interesting series. I agree. They're the champions until someone knocks off the champions. But the way they're playing the game right now, the Rockets are getting pretty darn physical. And if they continue, if the game is played the way it has played out, and both teams are playing the way they are, well, the Rockets have a real chance to scare the Warriors. I'm not willing to say they'll beat them right now.
Sure.
But man, they've changed the series.
I too had them in a sweep, Coz. Shows how much we know. I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Huh? It's unbelievable. I did not see I've seen this Rockets team before. I've got friends. I used to work there. I got friends there. Yeah. I've seen this group fold.
Yeah.
And they haven't folded. Good for them.
Moving just a few steps across the parking lot to the A's Coliseum. We carry the A's. We follow the A's. Kyle is just a diehard A's fan, and we've both agreed that they've got to figure this pitching out, or it might be a really good 97 wins last year. Coz, Dallas Keuchel's out there. I mean, something. Madison Bumgarner might be on the block. I don't. Do they have to make? Does Billy have to make a move for the A's to return to the playoffs? In your opinion?
Well, I think so, but I go back to something that I'll name drop for you. Brian Sabian, when he was running the Giants and he was, helping them win 3 World Series championships, he once said, "A team will tell you what you need to do." If this version of the A's finally catches its stride and they get back into the thick of the race, and you start to get to now it's one trade deadline now, which changes things the way you're going to look at shaping your team, but they'll tell you whether or not they need to go out and get somebody. When you hear about Dallas Keuchel, you have to wonder, why has no other team decided to at least, knock on the door of Dallas Keuchel or kick the tires to see what's going on? Is it because he started to regress so much after he won a Cy Young? Is it because he just is not the same pitcher? I mean, if Houston had a chance to see him all those years and they're not willing to bring him back, and no other team is doing it. You wonder if there's a metric out there that is determining, hey, he's not worth what he wants, and no one's even willing to give him the 1 year. Yes, you can try to make a move, but this team, if they can get back into the thick of it, I think Billy Beane is creative enough, and David Forst is creative enough, and I think they will make a move. I think that's in their DNA to get the extra guy to go out and make the move, and all you have to do is go back to the John Lester scenario, and you might think they overpaid for John Lester, and it might be true, but when they think they can go for it, they'll go for it. And so if the team gets them there, they will go for it.
He's a host of NBC Sports Bay Area, California, all that stuff. They all over the place in the Bay Area, plus the Olympics. Never forget that on NBC, according to his Twitter profile. He loves lap dogs and snuggling. I can absolutely vouch for that.
That's true.
At CozNBCS is his Twitter handle, and we don't talk enough. You're very busy, but we always appreciate when you make time for us.
The next time I'm on, we will talk about my broken leg that I broke in Hawaii.
Oh, come on. What? Burying the lead?
Yeah.
Coz. Oh.
I've never broken a bone in my body, and I am now, you should see me now, Dave. I've not cut my hair nor shaved my growth.
Hey.
In over a month. I'm now like a mountain man. It's like if you saw me, you wouldn't recognize me.
Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Wow, Coastaway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Coast away. That's exactly it. And then I'm walking around. I was putting on my soft cast because I'm heading over to the pool. I'm going to go swim a half mile, but I just can't use my legs when I do it.
You can go swim a half mile with a broken leg? Or you can be like a mermaid, kicking the legs together?
Yeah. Well, I just don't use my legs. It's all upper body. So, there's a lot of man here, Dave. A lot of man. You can't keep me down.
No, I'm imagining this now. I've known you forever, and you have that sweet, soft baby face that serves you so well on television. Can you grow the full beard?
No, it's pretty weak.
Yeah,
I got to be honest with you.
Is it? Okay.
It's pretty weak, yeah. And no one in the Kozimor clan,
no.
And again, 3 daughters and a wife,
right.
No one is very pleased with it right now. No one is very pleased. Like my wife had a big group of women over for some club that they're all involved in, and she would look at me and introduce me with that, like she just sucked on a lemon. She would, yeah, this is my husband. I was like, oh, hey. You might know me from TV and radio. That's no big deal because my wife is ashamed of me.
TV's Jim Kozimor. How you doing? Hey, TV's Jim Kozimor. How you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So, and one, it was sad. One woman actually did recognize me and knew that what I did, and she's a huge sports fan. And then when she met me, it was less than interesting. She was less than, it was less than pleased to do it. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I believe it's this.
Let more people down.
You call it the cell block 1140 chic, I think is what the term is.
It is. It certainly is. I look like I'm really a badass right now. So, look out, everybody. If you see me coming down the street, well, this is the look you have to have if you work in San Francisco. You got to look tough because someone's going to come and get you if not.
Well, do us a favor, or do me a favor at least, and you do have a lovely wife as well. Give her a kiss and a hug for me, and say hello to your daughters that are getting way too old.
My oldest now drives. How's that make you feel?
Are you serious?
Yeah, Addison just got her permit and almost had a 3-car wreck yesterday, so that was outstanding. Wow. But Addison now has her permit. I know. Time flies, doesn't it?
Dude, I remember the show when they were born.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's happening for all of us, everybody.
Well,
and again, if you do it right, they leave you. How's that for the final chapter?
Yeah,
right?
Maybe the wick is burning a little too much.
It is.
Coz, you're the best. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
All right,
take care, man. We'll talk to you. Thanks, Sacramento.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. That is Coz making me feel. I remember the shows we had when all his kids were born.
You're listening to The Drive.